Greetings, YouTube. This is Rhett at Rolling Forward, and we're here today, and I want to talk about questions, asking me questions, asking other people out in the world questions, specifically asking people with a disability questions. And, I've said I want to use this channel to help educate people about disability, about some specific disability issues, and generally uh, living in modern America successfully, I would hope, as a person with a disability. And part of a successful living, in my opinion, includes employment. That's going to become a big topic in this video channel as we continue to move forward. And I just want to make a few brief comments on the overall organization of this channel. And we're going to start out with these initial episodes being quite general in nature, kind of a very top-down view at an overall superficial level of some large areas of inquiry. And then down the road, we can drill down in each of these areas, guided to a large extent, I hope, by your input and your feedback. So, can you ask me questions? Am I likely to shoot back at you? How dare you ask me that? Well, I'm out in the public. I have no expectation of privacy, as they say in the courtroom. So it's something that, in my opinion, I have to live with. I am different. Um, a lot of that difference I don't like. A lot of that difference I'm quite comfortable with. And overall, I am comfortable with my place in the world today. And, uh, and I want you to know that, and I want to help you know and understand that. It doesn't bother me when people come up and ask me questions when I'm in the grocery store, when I'm downtown, I'm at the movie theater. Someone walks up to me and asks me questions. Well, I think that questions that come from a true and honest curiosity are fine. That's fine. Um, if I see someone in a fancy new wheelchair that has some features that mine doesn't, I'm likely to roll up to that stranger and say, "Hey man, what's the deal with that wheelchair?" That's an honest curiosity, and I think that the general population, obviously, in my opinion, has a pretty natural curiosity. And what happened to you? How did you become disabled? Why are you in a wheelchair? Well, some aspects of that question are very personal, but in a general sense, they want to understand, they want enough information to cubbyhole me in their view of the world. They then have a chance to become more comfortable with me, and I will become less of a weirdo to them if I demonstrate I'm really just like them, only I'm stuck in a wheelchair. And it's not poor me, it's just me. I have a very obvious disability. You cannot walk up to me or walk past me and fail to notice that I am in a large 350, 400 pound wheelchair with a chin control, with a headrest. Uh, it's pretty obvious. So, why are you in a chair? Well, since you're a stranger to me, I'll give you the brief answer. Well, I was in a car accident when I was in high school, and I broke my neck, and I became paralyzed because the bones in my neck cut the nerves in my spinal cord, and I am now paralyzed. And I can move on from then to see what is their attitude and their presentation. Are they simply kind of regular people with a what I would call a natural and healthy curiosity, and help them learn to be more at ease with people with disability. Children are probably the most fun for me, and there have been many occasions in any venue you can imagine. I could be sitting in front of my house in the afternoon, watching the world go by, downtown, having a cup of coffee, at the mall, at the grocery store. A lot of grocery store scenes here, it seems like, but I like to grocery shop, and so I'm there regularly. But, you know, kids, they have not yet learned to be secretive and deceitful in their social interactions. They are honest and upfront, man. So I am somewhere, let's call the grocery store, that seems to be a good venue, and a kid notices me, and man, their eyes lock on. They see this big machine I'm in. It's pretty cool. And they will walk up to me and say, how come you're in that? What happened to you? How come you can't walk? And I'll respond to them in an honest way, trying to be age appropriate, trying to help them understand a little bit about the body in general and a little bit about mine. And it's fun to watch their parents, often, usually, look over, you know, freaked out that their kids are talking to some weirdo, and oh, am I going to start crying, or am I going to start screaming at them to buzz off, or what? Well, no, I'm not going to do that. What would you do? I mean, I'm just like you, only I'm paralyzed. Well, on one level, that's a profound difference, and on another level, it's no difference at all. So these kids are simply pure in trying to figure out the world they live in, and I want to help them along that road so that I become less of a freak, and that other people with disabilities that they will encounter, they don't need to be viewed as a freak because they respond in pretty much the same way other people do. When adults want to ask me questions, and I hope they will, I hope those questions will be, first of all, courteous. I mean, don't scream at me and demand I do something for them. They ask me the same questions their kids just did. You know, how come you're in a wheelchair? How did you break your neck? You know, what's your story, man? Well, that's okay. That's what I call a healthy curiosity. If any of us, you non-disabled or me disabled, see something that we have only seen from a distance or maybe not seen at all, we have a curiosity about it. That's human, and that's not bad. I'm not going to react in a way that makes it bad. I think I have a certain duty to other people with disability and to the non-disabled community as a whole to make me and to make us, and I mean the disabled community, get along better. So I want to represent myself and my disability community well to you. So if you show me some courtesy, I'm going to do the same. If you start getting kind of weird, want to pry into my private life on the first conversation we've ever had, I'm probably going to start withdrawing, but I'm not going to scold you unless you deserve it. And there is a limit, and I think we would all agree more or less on what's appropriate on the first conversation and what's not. Now, I want to help someone understand so that the next time they approach someone with a disability, they won't make the same mistakes talking to them that they did with me. And I hope they leave a discussion with me with the attitude that, hey, I guess it's okay to go talk to a person with a disability. They're not a bunch of cranky, unhappy, mean people. If I'm in a bad mood, I might seem that way. But also, I want to show everyone, but particularly the non-disabled community, that the fact that I am in a wheelchair and profoundly disabled with paralysis, I am not a non-person. I'm not a freak. I'm not a weirdo. Well, I don't think I'm a weirdo. But I'm just like every other adult walking around here. Some of us are more or less nice people, and some of us are not so nice, maybe. Some of us are polite and courteous, and some of us are more often than necessary kind of rude and snappy. Well, because I'm disabled doesn't make me a non-person. I am a person, and the more experiences you have with me and with other people with disabilities, the less of a weirdo I'm going to be. And that will be better for modern America if we all see our similarities rather than concentrate on our dissimilarities. And so that's about it. Again, I'll make a brief comment. I'm well aware of the production value here being quite basic. That's the way it's going to be for a while. I hope the content is adequate to keep you coming back, and I invite you to come back and keep watching. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye for now. Adios, and ciao.